Hi everyone, this is for the pup parents of PupScouts. Before I forget, I want to tell you, we did get to practice drop it and leave it. Oh, you good girl, I wasn't talking to you. Sunshine was like, what? I'm not touching anything. Yeah, there was some human poo. There were some gross objects that people left. There was like a whole trash pile that people left. It was just like, it was like a disaster out there in some ways. People are so gross. But they did great. Every time it happened, and I'm pretty sure I said it to, I don't think I said it to Sunshine actually, but I said it to everybody else. Sunshine is like a perfect angel, right? Are you a perfect angel? She's the teacher's pet. Other than that, we worked on everything we've been working on except wait for me. The reason we didn't really practice that is because we ended up in the forest for a lot of the day, and it's not really the easiest thing to teach when there's all kinds of forest stuff around, and we were up to like chest high ferns and stuff. So we did work on other things, but especially staying together as a group, even though we're in the forest and there are lots of distractions everywhere. I did have to work a lot with Elle on that, and she is a mystery to me right now in some ways, and I bet her mom is laughing right now. But she's funny in this one way. I can't quite figure it out. So if I give her more than 30 seconds, away from the group, and then she, goes farther, if I then call her and she is under 200 yards away, where she should be able to hear a whistle, and definitely, besides that, me calling, she starts to pace, and I know this from the GPS, she starts to pace in the same direction and going back and forth, and then trying another road, but coming up and going back and coming up and going back. And she doesn't just come to me. And I really cannot figure out why. I can see she's not just, as far as I can tell, she's not just messing around. She's not doing it to follow her own thing that she's chasing, simply because that running pattern wouldn't make sense in that context, I don't think. So I'm trying to figure that piece out. Yuji also had a moment where he did that. He ran off in his own direction in the forest. Whether he was going after something or whether he just went the wrong way, I'm not really sure. I didn't see that moment where he went off, but as soon as I called him back and it did a loud whistle, he was also under 200 yards away. He did come back pretty easily. So I was really proud of him. That was excellent. Everyone's been really perfect today. Really pretty good dogs. Really pretty good dogs. They're learning. Elle did have her butt made friends with my tire today. Hopefully she learned a lesson from that. But I did say move, and she didn't. And then, boom. It didn't, it wasn't hard, but, she got a bump from it. And, yeah, hopefully she won't do that again, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, she got 2 warnings, actually. So definitely keep working on those things, too, with your dogs, for homework stuff. Remember to keep walking on your path. Do not let them block you or stand in the way. Definitely use those commands, move or go ahead. We definitely practiced go ahead today, going over logs and stuff, and just for them to move ahead of me when we were in the thick forest, for safety issues, of course. But what my point is, we were confronting naturally those circumstances, which would, you know, where I would want them to know how to do this and be good at it. So it was not like just training situations. It was like real life stuff. And that's kind of also why I wanted them to be in the forest today. I want them to be challenged, and I want to move things from the easier learning and training stuff to moving to what I teach is then the testing phase of things, where you move to the real life stuff and test their ability to actually do it. So I'm doing that with things that they know really well. This way! We did practice drop it and leave it. People left all kinds of disgusting, nasty things in the forest. I don't even need to tell you because they're all really gross. But everyone did really well. Nobody refused to leave something alone. And I'm really glad, because part of me was wanting to take them to North Bonneville today, where there's likely to be some fish carcasses. But I'm glad we could start practicing drop it and leave it together without it being such a toxic, substance. So we'll get to that in a couple weeks. I definitely want them to be tested with fish. And it is good to have, well, not UG, but if you have the e-collars, I will use it as a deterrent if needed. We'll see if they just respond. It depends. Some dogs just go crazy for fish. So hopefully they are not those dogs. What else? It's really, at least those are the things that are coming to mind. Of course, every day we do a lot. We do a lot of different things. Today, I also was working on making the commands less verbal. And that requires them to be much more in tune with me. So I want them to start being tested in this way, where I'm not going to say stop every time. I'm just going to stop, and you are expected to stop too. Or I am not going to say this way every single time. I might just end up going. So you need to pay attention and keep your eyes on me and look up at me every once in a while, and don't go too far. Don't go exploring too far. So I'm moving things that they already know into that category, so they can be reliable no matter what, whether you say something or not, with a lot of things. I guess that's everything. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have questions, of course. Let me know if you want homework to do with your dog. I can always come up with stuff. It's great if you can reinforce all this stuff at home. Just do your best. All right, have a great week.